Talk about a mixed bag of emotions, experiences, some absolutely terrific, and some kind of downright miserable. Sometimes this business of being an octogenarian aviator is not for the birds. Anyhow, on top of everything else, a very, very cold camping night, but some really, really good company. In the morning, my machine was having trouble starting. I've been having some intermittent electrical problems, and so with the help of one of the guys who was strong enough, tough enough to pull start my machine for me, we got the engine running. But then, as we got ready to take off again, that intermediate problem had cropped up and it wouldn't start by itself. So I was worried about the idea of getting out in the boondocks someplace and having some kind of problem with my machine. So I was able to bum a ride in the back seat of Brian Peterson's machine. And he took me out for a great ride and a really, really fine experience over some fantastic country. Towards the end of the morning, we wound up approaching the Swinging Bridge campground along the San Rafael River. And at this point, we were passing past my favorite campsite beside the San Rafael, where those two cars are parked right there. I've spent several days in that spot, really enjoying it. The fall colors were just about at their peak. There were 6 of our aircraft in the air. Mine would have made a 7th, but it was sitting back at Buckhorn Well. As we approached the Swinging Bridge, we formed up with some of the other guys. The trees just ahead are the public campground at Swinging Bridge. There's Keith Haggard and his red and black chute just ahead of us. And I had a really good view of the back of Brian's helmet. Quite a few families enjoying a last, perhaps, summer weekend because the weather forecast was, well, it's Monday right now as I'm recording this, and we have snow on the mountains. Had a good bit of rain, and the high temperature today has been maybe 43. So we came to the lower end of Buckskin Wash. This is a place I've driven through many times. I've enjoyed the petroglyphs that are scattered up and down through the canyon. So here we were, 6 powered parachutes swirling and twirling around up there above the canyon, getting into some tighter and tighter spaces. In a few places, the wind got a little bit squirrely as we traveled through the canyon. But wow, the scenery. It just doesn't get much better than this. Later on, back at Buckhorn Well, a man stopped by with his family to talk about what he had seen. He was really impressed by the Cedar Valley Air Force passing overhead. The fellow lives in Harriman, I think he said, and asked if he might come out some Saturday morning and meet a fellow named Andy Swanner, who's a general contractor. I told him, come on out. Heck yes. You might even find somebody to take you for a ride. And I hope I remembered to warn him that if he does go for a ride, he will be in real danger of becoming hooked on this. And then I ran out of battery. Ha! How do you like that?